Oh, it's such a beautiful day today, and I am going to be telling you how to survive high school, basically. Just all the wonderful, lovely things that I have learned from being in high school for 4 years. Why? This lighting is like disappearing. Anyways, I got my Starbucks. I didn't pay for it. It was Zaf who paid for it. He's sitting right there. I don't know if he wants to be in the video. He just has like 1,600 Starbucks stars. How do you? I don't even know. Anyways, going back to the topic of high school, I'm gonna be splitting this video into 3 sections. So I'm gonna talk about educational things like academics, and then second will be like social and like friends, and then third would be balance and like hobbies and stuff like that. So how to balance a lot of things at once, because that's hard. Also, this is an iced kiwi starfruit refresher. This is their new thing. And it tastes like a Jolly Rancher, but it's good. So you're just gonna listen to me talk to my camera.
Oh yeah, that's very entertaining.
Is it though? Can you not make like noises? I need to try and not laugh because he's like cracking up over there for literally no reason, but that's okay. Academics. So how do you get a 4.0 in high school? How do you manage one? I did not graduate with a 4.0, but that's because senior year I lost it. I graduated with like a 3.97, I believe, or 3.96. I never even checked, to be honest, because I just didn't care at that point, but I did maintain a 4.0 freshman to junior year. And what I can tell you is organization is the #1, like most important thing that could help you just get your work done and be on top of things. Get a planner, write things down. I don't know, maybe use your Apple Calendar, Google Calendar, your Notes app. Write down everything that you have to do, like all your assignments, all your homework for all of your classes. I also like to color code things. So I would designate a specific color for each of your classes so that you can do the due dates of assignments or project, that you can write down the dates of tests in advance, ask your teacher for those dates so that you know when to plan like other events or sports or whatnot around your tests. Although you can't really plan sports around your tests, but you can try. Another tip that I have is do your homework in school, like as much as possible. Finish as much of it as possible in school so that you have less to do at home and you have more time for other things in your life aside from homework. So what I would do is I'll do my homework in advisory and during lunch. And advisory was like a 45 minute kind of like period where we just assigned a teacher in a room and just go there and kind of like do our thing or do homework or whatever. I did my homework during advisory, like a lot of it. Another tip I have for you guys is to ask teachers a lot of questions. Email, like always email, be interested in what they're teaching, because teachers like students who are like curious and who make them feel like they're doing their job well. And so by asking them questions later on, they might be more lenient with like your due dates, or maybe if you need to turn in an assignment late. Like basically get the teachers to like you. That sounds like a really like fake and pretentious, a very pretentious way of like getting through school, but it literally works. Like I would just find a way to get most of my teachers, like I think all of my teachers to like me except for like a couple that I just did not like either, so it was kind of fair and square. I relocated to a different spot because the lighting was weird in the other one, but I will be continuing with the video. Another thing that will really help you with school and staying on top of academics is figuring out what is more important to the grade of the class, like homework, assignments, projects, or tests, because I know that for some of my classes, tests were worth so much that if you didn't do some of the homework or didn't do as well on the homework assignments, it didn't really matter what grade you got on the homework assignments if you failed the test or didn't do as well on the test, because your grade was basically just a combination of the test scores. But I also had some classes where the homework was super heavy, and the homework and the projects and the assignments would make up like 70% of the grade and the test would be 30. So obviously for classes like that, you'd really want to put in your most time and effort on the homework and the assignments instead of the tests. Of course, you still want to put in effort into the tests, but maybe you know that you don't need to stress out about the tests as much if they're worth a smaller percentage of your grade. So now we're gonna move on to the social aspect of school and friendships, relationships, all that kind of stuff. I had a really interesting kind of 4 years in terms of the social part of school. 9th grade, I was kind of slightly depressed, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't have very many friends. I had maybe like 4 friends, and only one of them was like my closest friend, who has still stayed my friend, my bestest friend. They're all 4 years of high school and we're still friends going into college, and obviously. But I didn't really have, a lot of people who I talked to and who I was close with. I was kind of shy. I had very bad social anxiety, actually. I would shake terribly when I would do presentations and when I would present. It was just like such a stressful thing for me, and I would start almost crying. All of 9th grade was just extremely bad for me in terms of, you know, talking to people and communicating. But going into sophomore year, it changed a lot and it got a lot better. I think because I got used to more of the people and I actually started dance the summer before my sophomore year. So it kind of helped me open up and become more confident with myself, you know, with other people. So I was a lot more comfortable talking to other people, obviously. Sophomore year, I started to kind of be more comfortable with myself. Presentations became extremely easy. You know, I started to make some more friends. I was not shy to talk to new people. I would just talk to people and not really care. And what I am saying all of this for is try to find a sport or an art or a hobby or an activity that will really help you open up socially and become comfortable with who you are, with what you believe in, with what you like, so that you're not afraid to share these things with your classmates and the people that surround you. And I know it's sometimes really scary to just like show off your personality, show what you like and who you are in a high school setting where, you know, it really feels like everyone is just so judgmental. No one really cares about what you truly like, and you have to follow specific, you know, stereotypes and stuff like that. Really find something that will help you become more confident. I can tell you that dance is a great way to do that. Acting, music, you know, if you are in orchestra or band, those are all really great ways to kind of get yourself out there and perform, you know, just become more comfortable. And if you are one of those people who just has it all good socially, oh my god, the sun is really freaking out right now. I'm so sorry for the lighting changes, it's kind of annoying, but I really wanted a change of setting for this video. I didn't want to film it in front of my purple wall at home. If you're one of those people who are super comfortable talking to people, you've always been super social, you have a lot of friends, and what you're facing is a lot of drama that maybe is overwhelming, maybe it's taking away from your homework and your assignments and just your focus on school, just take a step back and really look at, you know, the people who are really there for you and kind of figure out who your actual real close friends are. And what I've learned is you don't need to have a lot. I mean, one close friend is way more than enough. They are really there for you and supporting you and encouraging you. So I don't want any of you guys to become discouraged if you feel like you have a lot of friends but no true or real friends, because I'm sure there's at least one person who cares for you, and there will come a time and there will come a person into your life that will just be the best thing that ever happened, and they will always be there for you. I also want to tell you that in the first couple years of high school, it might be a little bit hard socially if you are more shy, but I would say that for you, this is a perfect opportunity to focus on school and on your studies and just find new hobbies and opportunities. Get yourself into clubs, you know, at school that are free to join, okay? Just find something that you like and bond with people who have the same passion for you. And if you don't really feel like school has anything for you to offer activity-wise, just start a YouTube channel. I don't know. Maybe it can be something outside of school. Your passions and hobbies and where you meet people don't have to be inside of school. A lot of my friends that I have developed are not from my school. You know, sometimes I think you just feel pressured to be friends with people around you, but you really don't have to. Now, another thing that I can say about relationships is I actually think that dating and romantic relationships in high school are not necessary at all. You know, I was in 3 relationships kind of over the course of high school, and I can tell you that I wasn't, you know, I was happy in the very beginning, and then it just became too overwhelming for me because I had so much going on and it just wasn't really worth my time, to be honest. Relationships in high school are really hard because all of you guys are still in the process of figuring out who you are and what you want in life, and it's just, you know, most likely your relationship in high school will not be long-term. If you are a rare case and you really find the love of your life in high school, I think that you are so lucky and you're so blessed, because I didn't, and I think it's totally normal if you don't. And if you really just want a boyfriend or a girlfriend because of the clout or because everyone else is dating, just know that it's really, you know, not that cool, and it actually kind of becomes hard because relationships are a lot of work. And when you're in high school and you're trying to do school and sports and hang out with your friends, like, trust me, you're gonna come to the realization that you kind of can't fit in a relationship into your schedule unless you really want to work to make it work. Like, you really have to figure out ways how to make time for your significant other, which is really difficult. So my suggestion is, if you don't want drama, if you don't want stress, if you don't want unneeded tears, just avoid dating in high school altogether. Have a lot of great friends. Have crushes, okay? Like, just let yourself explore your, I don't know, your interests in people and what you might like in a future husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever your goals are. But don't feel pressured to date, okay? I don't want you to have to suffer extra pain and suffering and stress and crying because I did. Now, moving on to the last part, which is balance. How does one balance sports and school and music and having fun and maybe hobbies at home? I can tell you from my experience where I did a lot of things, and from having friends who also did a lot of things and who were in school sports and who were also on the IB diploma like me. Planning, organizing, do not procrastinate, just do your assignments on time. Also really focus on your mental health. Figure out when you need to take a break, because you will just burst and explode of stress and emotion, and it's not going to be good for anything that you're doing. I think that the main thing that a lot of high school students and maybe even college students and maybe middle school students too suffer from. Camera died, but what I was gonna say is a lot of people struggle realizing that sacrifices have to be made in order to keep your health balanced and in order to be just mentally and emotionally stable. And you will have to come to a point where you will have to sacrifice either school or one of your hobbies or activities. And it took me kind of a lot of stress and a whole entire year of suffering and going from place to place and realizing I was just not living, and I was just like a walking zombie at that point, running on 3 hours of sleep. But you do have to come to that realization, and you have to accept it that you can't do it all, and you will have to make priorities and sacrifices. My camera just died once, so I'm gonna try and make it really quick. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found these tips helpful. If you ever need any help, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'm always up to talk to you guys and get to know you guys and be a listening ear and kind of, a supporting friend for you on the internet.
Yeah, okay, I was trying not to make noise.
Thanks for that attempt.
I can make noise if I want to.
While I'm trying to film.
Alright. Go for it.
You can be on your phone, just don't have your
Nothing's
volume
loading,
up.
I ran out of data.
Just now you ran out of data? Doesn't this look like avocado pieces?
Yeah, it does. That looks like avocado right there.
It looks like avocado pieces on the side. But I did maintain. Redo.